Hey guys, it's Devon and Joe, two Taylor Swift stans, and we're here recording in our rooms on a typical Tuesday night.
That is right. This is a show where two friends finally get to let their dedication to our Lord and Savior, Taylor Swift, fly.
Amen. Amen, brother.
I really went into it that time.
We'll be discussing everything from song breakdowns, Taylor news, and our insane fan theories.
I almost went into the old thing we said.
Nope.
Cut. That one's out. What's up, guys? So what are we talking about today, Devin, on this typical Tuesday night?
Well, we will be breaking down Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer, the second song off of
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
The best song.
So if we go into some quick facts about this song, I wrote some of these facts. Fact number 1, Cruel Summer is the best song on Lover.
Fact.
Fact. Absolute fact.
Yeah.
Actually named one of the top 10 songs by Rolling Stone of 2019. So yeah, it's not even subjective anymore.
Fact.
Screw you, fans. It's number 1. Number 2, fact number 2, it is a bop.
Facts.
Facts. And a real fact. It was written by Swift and our first Jack Antonoff.
Antonoff, you're getting there.
Nailed it. Getting it. First Jack Antonoff song of the album, along with Saint Vincent,
Yes.
which sounds like a guy, but it's actually Annie Clark.
Yes. I'm very excited. This is the first Jack Antonoff track out of 8 on the album. Jack Antonoff, I am a huge fan of. I saw him get dunked in a dunk tank at Asbury Park. So you can say we go back a little bit.
Jack, thanks for listening to the podcast. We appreciate your undying support.
Yeah, New Jersey, man. We gotta rep.
Wait,
Asbury-
is he from New Jersey?
Yeah. He's from Asbury.
How do you guys have so many music talent come from New Jersey?
I thought you were gonna say, how do you just know Jack Antonoff? And I said, nice shirt. And he went, thanks.
And then he went, thanks, Devin. And you were like, I didn't even tell him my name. How did he know?
Oh, Jack, if you're listening, let's work on a tour together. Let me be your assistant tour manager. We'll hook it up. Anyways.
Back to the greatest song on Lover.
Yes, let's get into some context about this song. So, in an iHeartRadio interview, I think she also did it in a secret session, she described the song about a summer romance and how it's, layered with these feelings of pining and secrecy, yearning for something that you don't quite have yet, which makes a lot of sense if you think about the timing of the song. It really could be in reference to the period in her life where she was, hiding from the public after the hashtag Taylor Swift is over party.
Okay, real quick, break off onto that. As a creative writing minor in college, I cannot stand the grammar of that hashtag.
Literally, people, it's, all the Kim Kardashian and Kanye West fans, they're just like, Taylor Swift is over party.
I like how all fans of Kim K and Kanye are in their late 70s.
What?
That's like exactly the voice you gave them. Oh, Sonny.
Oh,
Taylor Swift is over party.
That Taylor Swift, she's over.
But where did they even get that context? That makes no sense to me.
I think
what does that mean? Taylor Swift is over party.
I think they've canceled other people before, and it's basically just like a blank is over party. I think that's like the Twitter.
Does it mean they're throwing a party celebrating that they're over?
Yes. It's like a cancellation party. Like, oh, this person's canceled. Haha, we knew it all along, Taylor Swift,
Is that a
snake.
thing? Do people throw parties for that?
Well, no, but it's like on Twitter. Everyone basically just like, they're like.
I was going to say, I don't get invited to a lot of parties, but I've definitely never been invited to that kind.
Would you even go to a Taylor Swift is over party?
No, but I'd go to a tax season is over party. This gives you a little bit of an insight into what I think is fun.
No more taxes. All right.
Get your taxes done the first week of February.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's get back in reference to Cruel Summer.
Cruel Summer.
Your taxes will be over by the summer. So, another fun fact is Cruel Summer is the name of a compilation album released in 2012 from Kanye West's record label, Good Music. So, it's like a nice little, same name.
See, my problem was when this song came out, it was clearly the best song in the album. And every time I told my Echo to play it, it was so new that Echo played the Cruel Summer by Bananarama. And not the one by Taylor Swift, which is, come on, my Echo has been listening to me secretly for the last 4 years of my life. If it doesn't know that I prefer the Taylor Swift version over the Bananarama song, Amazon, what are you doing?
They're trying to get you onto some new music.
Really, Cruel Summer is the name of Kanye album's record label.
No, so it's Kanye's the
music
record label
compilation.
Yeah, it's called Good Music. That's the name of the record label. And the compilation album that they released in 2012 was called Cruel Summer.
That's so fascinating.
Taylor Swift throwing it back.
Yeah, she's throwing shade on. That's actually interesting because we did mention on the last episode that this wasn't a very shady album.
Well, she doesn't reference any of the lyrics being shady.
No.
It's just like a cute little nod in the title, like
like a nice fun Easter egg that we have come to know from Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
So if you want to jump into some lyrics, you have a lot of lyrics.
I popped off. This is one of my favorite songs. I think it was like top 2 from when the album released, because the number 1 and number 2 spot were always changing. Okay, so first note in the chorus, it's blue, the feeling I got. So colors, as we know, have always been important to Taylor Swift. Red, the album. What? She likes colors? So, I mean, we know this, the entire chorus of that song, but blue has been coming up a lot in this album. If you look at the lyrics, my heart's been borrowed and yours has been blue. That's from Lover. We paint the town blue from Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince. Faded blue jeans was from London Boy. I blew things out of proportion. Now you're blue.
Love that line. That's good.
She just uses 2 versions of blue, but yeah.
Amazing.
But that's Afterglow, and I mean that's what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs now.
5 out of 17. That's enough to turn some heads.
I don't know the meaning behind blue, but she does say it a lot. That's my comment.
I think it's. I mean, you could point to a lot of things with it. Specifically, I know the one "Paint the Town Blue" is about the election and Democrats. I know that one.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously up to interpretation. It could mean anything, but I think that song is very politically driven, and that's where she could reference it. But I do think like it's her coming off of what I would call like a black part of her life, just because of the color scheme of Reputation, and it went from like red to like just this black, very dark, to now she's not like upset, mad, or angry, but she's just like blue, like not like a cool blue.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like clear color of this song. I mean, if anything, I think what was golden was
golden. Yeah, I used to think love is burning red, but now it's golden like daylight.
Yeah, which we'll get into later.
Yeah, which we'll get into later.
On our daylight episode.
I'm really mad because I meant to change into my Cruel Summer shirt before we started this episode, and we just didn't. I did not change at all. But I have my Cruel Summer shirt, and one of the lyrics that they point out on this shirt, which I'm going to show to the people watching on YouTube, is "It's new, it's blue." That is one of the lyrics they pull specifically out to showcase, and then on the bottom, "It's a cruel summer with you." But they actually have all of the lyrics on this shirt, and this is my prized possession. This is my favorite shirt I've ever owned because it has the lyrics to the entire amazing best song on Lover, Cruel Summer.
That's a really cool shirt. I like that.
Yep, only $30.
Guess you have to watch on YouTube to see what the shirt looks like.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's store is crazy overpriced, but dang, does she put out good merch sometimes.
The little addendum of sometimes.
Sometimes, well, I couldn't buy a lot of Lover merch because it didn't really fit with the aesthetic that I could wear.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy that can really go around sporting pink. This just doesn't fit with me. But black, and then I have the Taylor Swift burgundy beanie that fits me. But yeah, no, Lover was a tough one. I couldn't get a lot of merch from Lover, but that was, as soon as I saw that, snap by.
I think the only Taylor Swift merch I have is from 1989.
That's disappointing. You need to up your game.
I just don't. I don't like to spend money. Anyways, okay.
That's fair. Yeah. Anyway, some more lyrics.
So, she does a lot of like play on words in this song. In an interview, I think she said that, this was one of the songs that she really had fun writing. Fever, Dream High, and The Quiet of the Night, that I caught it. Fever, catching it.
Yeah.
With the price, you know that I bought it. It's just like cute little like play on words.
What's interesting, I forget where, but there was she did an interview with Apple, for Apple Music. And I remember because when I played it once, every single time I got in my car and my phone connected to the Bluetooth, it played that interview, even though I never wanted to hear it again. But she pointed out that like a lot of her lyrics that she wrote on this record were inspired by Fall Out Boy.
Really?
Yeah. She pointed out that like she thought that Pete Wentz's lyric writing was so like snappy and witty that she really wanted to replicate some of it. And you can see it like Fall Out Boy. I didn't put any references to their lyrics, and this is off the cuff, but Fall Out Boy is very much known for their double meanings of words and linking them together in ways exactly like Fever Dream High, you know that I caught it, and things like that, where they just reference things in an odd way, but to make it sound cool and make it work together and cohesively. And that's why I listen to the album, because I'm a Taylor Swift fan first and a Fall Out Boy fan second. So anytime those two people can be linked, I don't know if you know this. If you didn't, I'm about to blow your mind. Taylor Swift and Fall Out Boy performed together at the Victoria's Secret fashion show way back when, and she sang along to My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark. And if you've never seen it, you're gonna faint, because it is the coolest thing I have ever seen. And on top of all of that, she slaps Cara Delevingne in the butt. And like, it's just three of my absolute favorite things all together on one thing. Yeah, you have to watch that. I didn't expect to bring this here. She comes out in a full UK dress and like top hat. This is like I believe it's from the Red era, because she sings I Knew You Were Trouble, I think. Incredible. I'll show it to you after this episode. But
wait, so she slaps Cara Delevingne's ass, and you still think that she's not a little bisexual?
I feel like I've slapped a guy in the butt and I'm not bisexual.
I mean, but it's Cara Delevingne.
I don't know.
Okay.
She knows her. She has a relationship with Cara. Like, they're friends.
All right.
They're friends. Like, she didn't slap any other Victoria's Secret model. Even though, like, that's opening a can of worms.
All right. Anyways. So, a really good part that I want to bring up. I will have to watch that at some point, because I did not know that existed. I just knew that she had dinner with Pete
Brendan
Wentz
Urie
and Brendan Urie.
Yeah. That was in the interview they were talking about that.
Okay. I did read about that. Okay. So these next lyrics, the entire bridge. So we know a Taylor Swift bridge is great. It's cherished. It's sacred. It's,
I think they're her favorite parts of the songs too. I think she mentioned that.
Yeah. So her and Jack Antonoff both love a good ranting bridge. So
explain that. What does that mean?
Ranting?
What do you mean by ranting bridge?
So you're not exactly like singing it like the nicest way. It sounds like you're ranting, but to a tune. Like, I'm drunk in the back of the car. It's like you're ranting to someone.
Like we were talking about when she performed "Death by a Thousand Cuts" at City of Lover. Like, she just has it's just a very quick, bouncy and cadence-driven lines. Mm-hmm. Okay.
My heart, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they both worked on "Out of the Woods" together, and it's the same concept of that bridge, if you remember it.
That was
remember when you hit the brakes too soon?
Oh, okay, yeah.
She's
in a hospital over. Yeah, 1989 is one of my weak spots in her discography.
Tisk.
Yeah. Well.
Anyways, so we're gonna go lyric by lyric in this bridge, because I think there's significance to every lyric. So, I'm drunk in the back of a car. That has some relation to Cornelia Street.
How?
We were in the back seat, drunk on something stronger. Yeah.
Oh my God.
1. Okay, so it's I'm drunk in the back of the car.
This one gets me. This one's so good.
And I cry like a baby coming home from the bar. We've all been there.
Okay, wait.
I'm fine, but it wasn't true. I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you. Now,
if you're not on the floor after you hear "I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you," I can't help you.
Exactly.
If you don't, you need to have an EMT present before you listen to the bridge of this song. I'm sorry, it's just true. For your and everyone's safety.
Me and my friend, I'll give her a shout out, my friend Steph, we were texting back and forth about how great that line is. Just
It's
the
so
impact
good.
it has.
You know, when she like wrote that line down, either in her iPhone notes or on a notebook, which she probably did, she was just so. She was like, "This is perfect. This is like one of those like quotable, amazing lines."
Mm-hmm. And it's just
it,
people scream it.
mm-hmm. Oh
It's
yeah,
like she layered it with that higher vocal just because the impact it has. So, I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you. It's all about, this beginning of a relationship with Joe. And, you don't want to have to keep the secret just to keep the person. But because of the climate they were in, the media wanting to come in and ruin anything and you having to keep it hidden, it just builds up a lot of that like emotional tension. And, it's tough.
yeah.
So, okay. I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you. And I snuck in through the garden gates every night that summer just to seal my fate. Ties in with daylight, which, you found out when we were doing the documentary watch. Or not documentary watch. The review. Not
the City of Lover
yeah.
review. Yeah.
And I can still see it all in my head. Back and forth from New York, sneaking in your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, one of the things that I think I pointed out, there's another one down here. Or maybe it was the last song. I might have completely missed it. No, it is. It reminds me of like harkening back to her Romeo and Juliet motifs. Sneaking in the garden gate. There's another lyric in a different part of the album where she goes, where did I put it? Killing me slow out the window. I'm always waiting for you to be waiting below, like a Romeo and Juliet waiting like at the window.
Yeah.
Like it's just harking back to the love story. And like we said on the last song breakdown, like this album is so much like she's getting back to her roots of pre-1989 Taylor.
Yeah.
And you can see it in the way that she's writing her lyrics. They definitely remind you of the old way she wrote lyrics. But like mixed too. It's so cool. Like
exactly.
It's the perfect combination of like if this album had come out between 1989 and Red, it would have fit in like a puzzle piece. Pieces fall or leaves falling down like pieces into place.
And I can picture it after all these days.
So snuck in through the garden gate ties in with daylight.
And I scream for whatever it's worth. I love you. Ain't that the worst thing you ever heard? So another screamable line, as everyone does. But so an interesting thing, I didn't know about this until I started looking into it. Taylor Swift is a big fan of the show Fleabag with Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Who is Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
An actress.
You don't know either?
I know she's in other stuff. I can't name. I'm a fake fan off the top of my head.
You're a fake fan of Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Well, she's listening to this episode and she is distraught.
Phoebe, listen, I've been trying to watch Fleabag. That's actually a lie. I haven't, but it's been on my list.
I have made zero effort to support you in any way.
I've heard it's great.
Yep, I've heard nothing but good things about Fleabag.
Anyways, so she's a fan of the show. Apparently in the season 2 finale, her character says, the worst thing is I bleeping love you, which she says to a priest who has broken his vows, which would make the next line, he looks up grinning like a devil.
Which is the best moment in all of music history. Freddie Mercury singing Bohemian Rhapsody, get out of here. Elton John's Candle in the Wind to Princess Diana, you're gone.
It was a cultural reset. He looks up grinning like a devil.
It's like this is a bad comparison here. It's like 9/11 where I know where I was when I heard this screamed for the first time. I'm sorry, that's where I'm going with. But
I thought you were going somewhere else. I was gonna say
no, but like
Joe.
I remember the exact moment when I heard he looks up grinning like a devil. I thought it was he looks so pretty like a devil. And I wrestled with that for a solid month after the song came out. Because like also it was weird. Like I remember that was before I had Spotify. I used Amazon Music. And Amazon Music, the one thing that was cool about it was it did have all the lyrics to the songs. And on the Amazon Music lyrics, it said, he looks so pretty like a devil. So when I was on the Reddit and everything, looking at everything, I was like, these fake fans think he looks up grinning like a devil. They don't even know. I have the lyrics. I have the lyrics from Amazon, and Amazon screwed me yet again.
That's why you gotta get rid of them. Get on Spotify.
I know. That's why I'm on Spotify now.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
So that's my analysis of the bridge.
He looks up grinning like a devil is just. I remember when I was looking up stuff about this bridge, way back when it came out, and someone like asked like, "Is that Miley Cyrus singing that part?" And I was like, well, one, you're stupid. But two, if you listen back, like you can kind of hear it. But like obviously no, she sings it, and it does sound like Miley Cyrus. If you're listening for it,
she just sings with that different timbre in her voice.
It's just like, I still get chills every time I hear it.
Mm-hmm.
It is on par with the bridge to All Too Well, where it's just like hair on the back of your head, your neck stands up. It's just such raw emotion. The music behind it, where it just everything stops.
Mm-hmm. I love a good pause in a song.
If you can use silence, it's insane. Yeah.
It's just the power that silence has. It's just when you take it away, it's just
it's like a highlighter. Like you can feel her scratching in like dark pen marks underneath it, like underlining it. Yeah. Like it's so. I could write a thesis on "He Looks Up Grinning Like a Devil" itself. It's so good. But I don't want to spend too much time on it. Just know that if this song was just a 5-minute or a 5-second. He looks up grinning like a devil. If she had put He Looks Up Grinning Like a Devil between every song on this album, I would have been happy. It's just that good. It's just that good.
It's good, but it's good in context.
It is really like, and that's the thing that Taylor I think does better than almost any other artist, is that she can build up to a moment in such an amazing way. And the way that she sings, especially like you mentioned, like her bridges, where she can build a bridge that builds itself into like this mounting moment and tension until it just breaks with this crazy revelation or this crazy line or something. And then it like All Too Well does this, is like the one that I can think about the most, where it's just like, it gets up, and then it just releases, and it's like you're falling off of that bridge that she built, and then it just slowly like comes back. This one I don't think slowly comes back as much, but
no, she's always looking for ways to like build up a song. You know, you can have a great, verse and chorus, but that bridge is just what takes you to that next elevated level, and then that's why it just explodes off of that point into the rest of the song.
So good. Some of the things that I noticed specifically, I'll probably jump around a bit here. But some of the things that I noticed about this song and some of the lyrics in it, that really gave me some crazy like conspiracy theories. Was there definitely some lines that lead me to believe that her and Joe were friends with benefits before they were in a relationship.
Which is so interesting. Like, you wouldn't.
I'll never forget, one of my other friends who's like a crazy Swiftie, like texted me at like 1 a.m. going, Taylor Swift was friends with benefits with Joe, and then she just like cited her sources. And I was just like, there's no way. That is insane. And it wasn't until like the documentary where you actually get to see behind the scenes of like the front that Taylor put on, that like, it's nuts to me that like, to point out like that when she said the F word in that documentary, like it was so shattering. Of like your perception of her, and like that was the problem I had when my friend said she was friends with benefits. I'm like, Taylor Swift would never do something like that. Taylor Swift still hasn't had sex. Like I know that it's completely wrong.
Not my Taylor Swift.
But not my hashtag not my Taylor Swift. But like no, like it's just she built up this like perfect persona of like this god child, this golden child.
Yeah, good girl.
That like when someone even floated that idea, I was so dismissive of it. But the more you looked at these lyrics, that's when I tell them no rules. Like, yeah, no, we're not in a relationship. There's no rules binding either of us together. And like, like the sneaking around, like kind of thing where like, we don't want to be caught. We're just having fun. But you can definitely tell throughout the song, you can tell she's developing feelings for this guy that she just wanted to be friends with benefits with. For whatever reason, I don't think we might be able to find a reason if we delve deep into the songs.
Well, it's probably just because of the whole media thing. I mean, like, I don't really know if it was a friends with benefits or if it just like, hey, you're cool, let's just take this extremely slow and not put a label on it.
So the reason that I don't think that's the case is, and this is the other one of the sources my friend gave me, was if you look back to Delicate in Reputation, there's like a whole, I think it might even be the bridge of that song where she goes into this whole rant of stay here honey, I don't want to share, do the girls back home touch you like I do, like proving that like they're not in an exclusive relationship, like she's just like they're just in a physical relationship, but like you can see there's hints of like what,
oh no, I'm just my what? Taylor Swift.
Right, like it's just so she's starting to fall for this guy, but she promised, like, she didn't want there to be any rules. She didn't want there to be like anything connecting them. And then I think the other line that really gets me is, and if I bleed, you'll be the last to know. Like, if she starts to catch feelings, if this barrier of like, we're not having feelings, this is just about physicality. Like, if this breaks down, you're going to be the last person I tell about that.
That's so true.
Like, yeah, right? Like,
oh my God.
I told you, I converted you. No, her and Joe were friends with benefits, and this song, and I think the more you listen to this album, the more it points out. I think Afterglow and like just Afterglow, False God is another one that I think really points to drives this point home, and I'll bring it back up then because I'm going to keep arguing this point. Okay. But no, like if you really, I think the thing that was crazy about this song and the lyrics is it made me go back and gave different context to different songs on Reputation, which I thought was insane. Stay here honey, I don't want to share. It's just like such like a crazy line, and the definitely the one that gets you is the did the girls back home touch you like I do? Like she's
back home in London.
Oh my gosh, see also I just noticed this too. I'm drunk in the back of the car, stumbled on my way for the bar. What is it?
I'm drunk in the back of the car and I cried like a baby coming
home from the bar. In Delicate, they mentioned that she met in the back of a bar, in your blue jeans. Look at you. Damn, never seen that color blue. They talk about meeting in a bar. The connections are endless. But yeah.
Damn. It's a cruel summer.
For
love.
So anyway, we're going to take a break, but we're going to come back. We're going to do a music behind the lyrics where Devon blows my mind once again with the back, how this song came to be and different things about it. But right now, let's take a break and listen to an ad from our sponsor, Anchor.
All right. So this is the section of the show where I explain how music works to Joe.
Yeah.
So, again, there's some synth. Synth is a kind of music that is synthesized. That's what it stands for.
All right. This does not explain like I'm 5. Okay.
Okay. Now, so there is one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite songs off the album. There is a magnetism to this song. You are immediately drawn in from that first synth beat or, drum, whatever that hit is. When that first hit happens, you are in. Especially the contrast between I Forgot That You Existed and this song. Because the other song ends, it's very light, it's indifferent, it ends. So yeah. And then you get that hit. And it's very interesting also that we go from a song that was in F major to A major, so that means you're just going up a scale, up higher. Really? The beats per minute increases by 77, so it goes from, I think, 98 to 170. So you're instantly getting like a more fast-paced song.
Your math is terrible.
Well, I forget what the one was. It was 77 increased. From what, I don't know.
That would be 90 or 93?
Sure.
Yeah, 93.
Don't discount we've learned I'm not smart. Anyways.
98.
Anyways, it's like 5 off. If it's not 5, then that's also terrible. Anyways, music doesn't have anything to do with math. No, it totally does. Okay, so you're instantly drawn in and you're bopping along. Really cool thing. I'm just gonna keep saying really cool and really interesting because it is.
It is.
the production hits you so hard because you don't realize it at the time. Like, the production is so heavy that doon, 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 like it just takes your mind away from it.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
But she's singing that melody on the same, or she's singing like the song on the same melody, the same groove for like 90% of the verses, Fever dream high in the quiet of the night, you know that I got it. Bad, bad boy, shiny toy with the price, you know that I caught it. Keeping me slow, out the window, always waiting. And then it goes, for you to be waiting below. And then it drops.
She does, yeah, that's interesting, yeah.
So you don't really realize it at the time, but it flows so well because you have all this contrast and this, like, the hard-hitting beats in the background in contrast to a very, simple melody line until we get to the pre-chorus. And this is how you know that Jack Antonoff is on this song. We're talking about music, we're talking about production. We can't not talk about Jack Antonoff. Not to discount St. Vincent, Annie Clark, who's also on the song.
Jack and Annie. Love that.
Jack and Annie.
Is that a thing? Is that
no.
like a Jack and Diane?
Jack and Diane, that's what I'm thinking of too.
Never mind.
But so St. Vincent, I think she she played guitar on the song. But Jack Antonoff, man. Okay. The hard-hitting bass, those synths, that is so reminiscent of a Jack Antonoff song. And Devils Roll the Dice, Angels Roll Their Eyes, the way that she sings it, Devils Roll the Dice, Angels Roll Their Eyes, she does the scoop up on that vocal. Another song that she did with Jack is Getaway Car. I knew it from the first old-fashioned we were... That scoop up.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's how you can tell it's Jack Antonoff. And I was trying to think, like, what Bleacher song does he do this? Because that's exactly how I know. And I don't know if you listen to Bleachers, but...
I know one song.
There's Don't Take the Money.
I'm going to have to listen to more Bleachers.
But so the entire pre-chorus of Don't Take the Money is, but we fight, stay up late in my dreams. It's all scoop ups. And that's exactly how you know that he influenced the song.
That's so cool.
So Taylor did a lot. She did the top line of the song. So she wrote all the lyrics. She might have worked around with the melody with Jack, but he was the one who produced it. She didn't touch that part. So that's exactly how you know. Jack Antonoff writes music for the stars. He is great. Every song he produces, I just love absolutely. And that's my take on it. Jack, please hire me.
Jack, if you're listening.
But yeah.
No, I mean, I don't have much to say about this because I just, in my eloquent way of saying is, songs sound good, do good, make ears happy.
Well, another thing I forgot to mention, because the verses are so, singular toned, it provides a really good contrast too when you get to the chorus, which is those soaring, and it's ooh, and then the runs of the ooh, oh, all that, it's but then it's a cruel summer, and then she goes with you, which is back to that simplicity.
Mm-hmm. And like we said, there is a lot of not exactly spoken vocals, but just very simplistic, just with you, or it was on I forgot.
It's not layered. It's just her.
Yeah. Which is it's just so good. No, I think this song. I want to know. I know in one of her other songs, I forget what it was, but she did vocal. She did a sound with her voice, and then they just messed it up so much.
Are you talking about the vocator? Because I will go off on vocators when we talk about. So a vocator is it's a programmer system. They did this a lot with Reputation, with the beginning of Delicate, where she records, the lyrics, and then on the piano you can play it in different octaves.
I don't know if it was that. It might have been, actually. I'm just trying to think of what the song that I'm referencing to, but I'm interested to see where the boom 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 the deep voice that comes in that does the what is it? Oh yeah, you're right. I want. Oh no, that's her. Oh yeah, you're right. I want it. But the boom 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 boom
no, boom, 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 you're talking Fever Dream High in the quiet, and then that I got it. Yeah, right. I want it.
Oh, you're right. I want it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's just vocal
manipulation,
or if it's a sample. It wouldn't be a sample because that's way too specific.
I think I noted which song. There's a couple of songs she sampled from other things. I don't think Cruel Summer is one of them.
Honestly, that might just be Jack being yeah.
It could be, yeah.
And then just messing around.
But it fits, and we mentioned earlier, it's so cool that it feels like this is the true number one song, because like it's not that it again, I Forgot You Existed, we said in the last episode, is there's no other song that could be number one, but like this
like
is
track one.
Yeah, like this that's like the interlude between Reputation and Lover, and this is the first song of the Lover era that is just in this era and not referencing anything else.
This is the kickoff. You know how there was Ready for It and Welcome to New York,
and
this is that first tour. Like what? Like this is it.
Like you can hear this is the song that opens her tour. Like and Ready for It has the same thing as Ready for It, where like Ready for It has the boom boom boom. This has the boom 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 boom. It's just a little faster. So yeah, it just has that big. We get that production back. That's like, this is like, remember Reputation? Boom. But then like the lyrics and everything else that goes into it, like really tones it back as you're listening to it. That makes it something in itself. Like I can't think of a song that Taylor has done that you can point to that is exactly like this song, or that like feels like a carbon copy of this song, which I don't think that's the case with a lot of Taylor songs, but there's definitely something about this song that feels special.
It's just
and unique,
so infectious,
and yeah, you can't, like, this is the song, and this is, we'll close on this, but this is the song that, or at least I'll close on this, that you just, when you start to feel like right now, like we're recording this in May, when the sun starts to come out, you start to open your windows in your house and you're like, you know what? I'm going to go on a drive through a wooded area. I'm going to throw on my favorite pair of sunglasses. I'm going to put all the windows down in my car, and I'm going to crank this song as loud as possible. And that's what this song is to me. It is such like a summer anthem that just gets you in a mood to drive to the beach or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like that's exactly the same way I feel about it. You know, it's just, it's a hit. It's a bop. It's a banger.
It's a bop. Fact number 2, it is a bop. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. Please make sure to follow us on whatever podcast app you're currently listening on. And please give us a review, rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, and you can also find us on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at We Need to Calm Down Podcast. We're also on YouTube. So if you want to see I forgot to mention that in the other ones, but if you want to see our fun faces and us laughing at each other, go over there. You can see Joe's fashionable Taylor Swift attire and me not wear any Taylor Swift attire, but have the Lover background. I just graduated college and I have student loans.
You're completely fine. Actually, I bought this for $10 outside of the Reputation tour.
Was it not like actual merch?
No, it was completely a ripoff merch, yeah. But the thing is
let us know what you think.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna melt one day. It's just gonna straight up melt in my dryer.
Yeah, but I mean, let us know what you think. We're always
if you guys have any feedback, let us know what you think, what you like to see, things that you want discussed. We're always looking for things to add to our episodes.
Exactly. Yeah, just let us know.
I'm gonna say it this time. Haha! Come back. We'll be here.
You didn't say thank you for listening.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I just cracked that volume. Thanks for listening, guys.
Come back. We'll be here.